Hello, assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to look at the main important topic in math called the exponent. The exponent, it basically means the repeated multiplication. Let's recall back. We have multiplication. Multiplication is the meaning of multiplication is basically means repeated addition. For instance, let's say 5 times 3. This basically illustrates, it basically means 5 plus 5 plus 5. 5 added to itself 3 times. 5 in 3 times, that's the meaning. If we say 2 times 4, it means 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the basic meanings of the multiplication. So the same way for the exponent. The same thing for the exponent, except that the exponent is repeated multiplication. We have a number written like this. For instance, we have 2 and we have 4. Let's say and 4. This is called the base. The number at the bottom is called the base. Let me use different marker. The number at the bottom is called the base. Base, let's think about a triangle. A triangle, we have a triangle like this. The part that is touching the ground, let's say we have a ground like this, ground. Or what do you call it? So the part that is touching the ground is called the base. This part here, this side here, is called the base of this triangle. That's the base. So that's the same thing as the base. Something that's touching the ground. That's the base. So this is called the base, and this little number on top here is called the exponent. This is the exponent. That's the exponent. And the base could be any number. Why the exponent also can be any number? It can be, the exponent can be positive numbers, it can be a negative numbers, it can be a decimal, it can be a fraction. So this is the base and this is the exponent. And it's read 5 raised to the 4th power. 5 raised to the 4th power. It is also called, sometimes called power also. So 2 is raised to the 4th power. So what does that mean? 2 raised to the 4th power. It means that 2 is the base. Is the one that's going to be repeated. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the numbers of the exponent written here. We have 5 raised to the power of 3. We have 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times itself in 3 times, the number of the exponent here. We have 6 raised to the power of 6. It means 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 multiplied by itself in 6 times. That is the meaning of the exponent. And basically, I want to make this real quick. We have 2 basic rules of the exponent here I want to point out. The first one is any number raised to the power of 0. Any number raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. 2 raised to the power, any number 2 raised to the power of 1, and 2 raised to the power of 0 equals to 1. 5 raised to the power of 0 equals to 1. 100 raised to the power of 0 equals to 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. That's it. This is the first. This is the any number. The n raised to the power of 0 equals to 1. This is a rule in the exponent. The second rule I will talk about is any number raised to the power of 1. Let's say 2 raised to the power of 1 is equals to itself. It's like we're multiplying by 1. 2 times 1 is 2. 5 times 1 is 5. Any number multiplied by 1 is itself. The same thing the rules tell us that any number raised to the power of 1 is itself. 5 raised to the power of 1 is itself. And 100 raised to the power of 1 is itself. 2 million 2 million raised to the power of 1, we're talking about 1 equals to itself, and so and etc. So this another rule in exponent is called any number n raised to the power of 1 is equals to n. This is very important rule. These two rules are very important in the exponent. And let's see some pattern of the exponent. I want to point out those two rules out. If you have, for instance, we have, let's take number 2. 2 raised to the power of 2 means 2 times 2, and 2 raised to the power of 3, 2 raised to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2, and 2 raised to the power of 4 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the pattern goes like that. Let me write 5. 2 raised to the power of 5 means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So as we can see here now, we see that the numbers of the base increase is being multiplied by itself based on the exponent on top here. Okay, let's say we have 2 raised to the power of 1. So definitely it's going to be 2 equals to 2. Raised to the power of 1 equals to itself. And we have 2 raised to the power of 0. 2 raised to the power of 0 equals to 1. There will be always a factor of 1 for any exponent we have. 2 raised to the power of 0 is 1. Any number raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. And we have a negative exponent also, and then I would like maybe we can talk about this. The negative exponent is all about repeated division. Basically, we can have 2 raised to the power of negative 1. What does that mean? 2 raised to the power of negative 1 means 1 over 2 raised to the power of positive exponent. 1 over 2 raised to the power of a positive exponent. We change this negative to 1 over, and you put the exponent, you put the positive exponent on top of it. If we have 2 raised to the power of negative 2, so equals to 1 over 2 raised to the power of 2. 2 raised to the power of negative 3 equals to 1 over, don't forget, 2 raised to the power of 3. 5 raised to the power of negative 6 equals to 1 over 5 raised to the power of 6. That is the basic meanings of the exponent. This is how we convert the exponent, and we can multiply our answer. This is 2, this equals to 4, this equals to times 2, 4, this equals to 8, this equals to 16, 4, 16 years. And this equals to what? 16, that's 32. So like that. So this is how we calculate, and this is how we write the exponents, both negative and the positive exponent. This is how we write them and find our answer. And then, so this is about main important about the exponent. The next time we're going to be talking about the rules of the exponent. We have the exponent. Something I want to point out is also a math operation. It's math operation that tells us to do this what I've just explained now. That we multiply a base by itself, the numbers of the exponents appear on top of them. This is the main important thing for you to know about the exponents. The basic for the learning, for the basic part of the exponent is this. The next time we're going to be talking about the other rules of the exponents. We have many rules about the exponent. You want to multiply two exponents together, or if you want to add them, or you want to subtract. We are going to be looking about that the next time, inshallah. So.